How to Handle Misunderstandings. Welcome, my friends, to another live video. This is Troy Stone King. Thank you for taking the time to watch. The title of this video is How to Handle Misunderstandings. Now, in these videos, sometimes I talk about topics that I've gotten a hang of, been doing it for years, very comfortable with them, kind of feel like I've got some mastery there, and I want to just help other people with those topics. And other times, I've run across something brand new from another person, or that I read, or that I heard in a podcast, and it's already had a great impact on my life, and I want to share that knowledge as well. But the third type of video I do is something that I understand to a point, but I'm still working on it. And maybe it's something I've been dealing with for a long, long time. This is one of those videos, something I understand to a point, but I'm not necessarily great at it, but I'm getting better. So this is again called How to Handle Misunderstandings. And I've got a couple of examples. So a few days ago, my lovely bride and I were out to dinner with some relatives, with some family members. And as dinner was wrapping up, one of the relatives was going to leave the restaurant and come back to take care of something. But there was some things going on that I didn't understand. And I said, well, you can't do this because of this, and you can't do that because of that, and she can't do this because of that. And I literally spent probably 60 seconds going through the litany of reasons why it didn't work, because I didn't understand. Now, before I go any further, this was not complex at all. It wasn't complex. The problem wasn't that it was a difficult thing to understand. Here's what the problem was. I wouldn't shut up. I felt like I needed to get out my point of view over and over and over. I'm like, it won't work, it won't work, it won't work, it won't work, it won't work. And here's the 17 reasons why it won't work. And finally, my lovely bride looked me in the eye and she said, Troy, she's going to do this and she's going to do that. And then boom, it hit me. I'm like, oh, I get it. I totally understand. Hey, Amy, I totally get it. And again, it wasn't hard. It's because I wouldn't shut up and listen to other people. So how do you handle misunderstandings? I'm going to give you 3 points. Here's the first one. Shut up and listen. Shut up and listen to the other person, because maybe it's completely me. Because I'm focused so much on my point of view that I can't hear the clarity of the other person's point of view. So that's number one. Here's number two. My lovely bride and I almost never find ourselves on opposite sides of an issue. And when I say almost never, I'm saying upwards of 95% of the time, we are lockstep, same side of the issue, okay? But recently, we've got a decision we're trying to make. And it's been my understanding that she's pretty firmly planted on one side of the decision. And I like her point of view. I like that side of the decision. But I've got some concerns, some misgivings. And so when we were spending some other time with some folks recently, the topic came up and she said, well, we're not going to do that this year. Now here's the deal. The fact that we would potentially do that soon was the point of view I thought she had, that we were going to move quickly in this area. We were going to accept the decision on the direction. But she said in front of this group of people, we're not going to do that this year. And I paused and I said, I thought that's what you wanted to do. I don't understand. And then the topic changed in the conversation with other people that we were hanging out with. This morning, so like 24 hours later, less than 24 hours later, this morning, we're out for a walk. Now, before I go any further, remember the first point was you need to shut up, or I need to shut up and listen, okay? Now, the second point is this. You need to deal with it somehow. You need to deal with misunderstandings. You see, in a marriage, misunderstandings that aren't dealt with become points of contention. And points of contention that aren't dealt with become opportunities for splitting up, opportunities for one person not liking another person because we've got things in between us that we've not discussed. So point number one was, sometimes I just need to shut up and listen to the other person to deal with a misunderstanding. Point number two is, you really have to deal with it. You really do. So when we went on a walk this morning, she brought the topic back up. And why is that? Because she knew we needed to deal with it. We needed to clear the air. We needed to understand each other's point of view. And she said to me, Troy, I would like to go this direction with this decision. But I know that you would like to in some ways, but you've got some concerns about it. You've got some misgivings. She said, I understand your misgivings. And I don't want to push you just because I want to go that direction. I don't want to push you into something that you're not comfortable with. And she said, so unless you change your mind, unless you find, if you figure out a way to make this work, to make this decision that direction, no, we're probably not going to do that this year. And so here's the third point. Give grace. Give grace. She knew my point of view. She knew I had misgivings, even though she was on one side. She gave me grace. She said, we're not going to make this decision, this change. We're not going to go this direction if it doesn't work for you. And you know, it made a big difference to me. Now, we may end up going the direction she wants to go. She was kind of talking about, we may go the direction, we may not do that right away. I eventually want to, but I'm just not ready yet. I'm just not ready yet. So how do you deal with misunderstandings? Hey, thanks, Remy. I appreciate that. How do you deal with misunderstandings? 3 points. And if you came in late, about 30 seconds after the video is over, it'll be on Facebook. You can go back and watch the whole thing if you'd like to. But how do you deal with these misunderstandings? One, in my case, shut up and listen. Just shut up and listen. Because you don't need to spend all your time trying to get your point of view across, when maybe a simple explanation from somebody else will show you what you didn't see on your own. 2, don't let misunderstandings fester. Deal with misunderstandings. Remember, misunderstandings, and especially in relationships that are close like marriages, misunderstandings that are not dealt with can eventually be points that will cause a marriage to wither away and die. So don't do it. Make sure you deal with the misunderstandings. And the third, always give the other person grace. Listen to their point of view. And sometimes I need to change mine, or you need to change your point of view in order to help them in what they're working through. So thank you, my friends, for watching this video. I appreciate you taking the time. If you feel like you got some value out of it, hit the like button. Thanks to those who've already hit the like button. Much appreciated there. If you think it's got enough value to share with others, feel free to do so. I make these videos public because I want to spread the word to other people who might be helped by these videos. And don't forget, hey, thanks for that. Hey, don't forget, all my videos eventually make their way to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Troy Stoneking. About 100 videos over there right now. And I'm completely up to date, except for the one that I'm doing right now. And that one's going to go up probably later today. So have a wonderful rest of your day, my friends. And remember, deal with your misunderstandings. Give grace to others. And sometimes you just need to shut up. Catch you later.